Look out for the full episode of this broadcast on Anchor FM and Spotify, as well as Apple Podcasts. Visit diditmakeyousmile.com. Check out these previews for this particular episode. Shahi Muslim Book 10, number 3617. Ibn Umar reported Allah's Messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as having said this: one amongst you should not enter into a transaction when another is bargaining. PG County Public Schools will continue to mandate mask wearing for all students, teachers, staff, regardless of vaccination status for the upcoming 2021-2022 school year, according to Prince George's County school officials. So basically, the CEO, Monica Goldstein, announced this particular continuation of the mask policy. Basically, they're saying that PG County is about 50% of the vaccination rate among students who qualify. All right, so this is Dawn. My child told me I sound too fake, so this your girl Dawn for research shows. They told me my intro was so fake, and that's not how I sound. So I'm trying to relax, you know.
How was it fake though?
This how it used to be. This how I be like this. And this is Dawn of Research Shows, and today we're going to be interviewing Mr. Bayete Sadiq. That's how I was sound. My husband was like, "What kind of fake ass shit is that?" Da-da-da-da, you know. So I was like, so then
your husband.
Huh?
Your husband found it. I like it. Your husband. That's right. That's right.
He don't have no cut cards. He like, what kind of stuff is that? Because this is when I'm trying to interview him, and he was like, what? He didn't even want to interview with me because he was mad. Like, if you listen, when I air his interview, he's sitting across the room. And he refused to sit next to me because of how I sounded coming in on the intro, because that's not Dawn. So I'm trying to relax. So anyway, this is Research Shows. And today we have joining us Mr. Bayete.
One thing about that, I like that.
Okay. So we got Mr. Bayete Sadiq, and his business is called Never Going Back, LLC. So how you doing today?
Oh, blessed. God is the greatest. Absolutely.
All right. So just so everybody know, we went to high school together.
Back in the days.
Yes, we went to high school together. And then I seen him on Facebook, and I'm like, let me ask him, you know, because you know.
But the thing about you, and I'm not, you know, a lot of times people say this and they don't, and it's not genuine, but I mean it. You look exactly. I'm telling you. Like, when I look at your, I'm telling you, I remember you vividly. Like, your sense of humor is the same. I'm telling you, man.
You think so? I think I look different. I really think I look different. Because when I show my children the picture, they be like, "Mommy, that's you." You know, they don't think I look the same. But you think I look the same.
I'm going to tell you this why. Because for me, facial features themselves don't change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, that's the one thing about it. Like me, my overbite is like, oh yeah, that's him. I've always had the overbite. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like certain things about the face itself, like that smile, certain things about, you know, facial features, as we grow older, that stays the same.
Right. Okay. So. Well, I'm glad I look the same. That's good. It's 20 years later, so that's a compliment. So,
you ain't got to put all the business out there. They ain't got to know when we're asking.
I know, right? I know, right? That just telling everybody how old we are. So let me jump right into this.
Okay.
Actually, I want to start with this question first. What made you start your business, and then what? Oh yeah, we're supposed to talk about that. Let me write that down too. That's what I really want to talk about. If you're okay with still talking about that, because that's what I initially wanted to interview about the money you gotta pay for you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the parole fees.
Yeah. But that's gonna be the last one. We're gonna get into business. So the first one, I want to know, why did you name it? What is behind the name Never Going Back LLC? And then why did you start the business?
The Never Going Back brand, it was born, you know, I have a friend, dear friend, Nathaniel Willer. He manages Blue Waters Cafe, man, Blue Waters seafood restaurant rather. And we were talking one day. This is after I served 11 years and 3 months in prison for murder. So we were talking, and he said, "Man, your aim shouldn't be to catch up to your old life. Your aim shouldn't be to do anything other than never go back. You know, move forward and make never going back your aim." And I'm like, damn, it's just from that idea, that conversation gave birth to the concept, first of all, of never going back. Mm-hmm. And I said, man, I would love it. There's so many people that, you know, that share those sentiments. So it was born from the idea of never returning to prison itself. But then, as I say, it expanded into so many other things, never returning or never going back to toxic relationships, never going back to addiction, never going back to unhealthy eating habits, never going back to, so that's for me, it's a battle cry. Never going back is a battle cry for people that have overcome adversities, you know, and have made it, you know, made their mind up, they will never return. You know, one thing about it I believe in, man, is that, you know, it was said that nothing is more powerful than a made up mind. Right. And I stand by it. So once your mind is made up, and I'm never going back to whatever traumatic experiences that we emerged from. So that gave birth to the idea of the brand itself, never going back.
Right. Excellent. I love that. So that has a lot to do with your surroundings and who you surround yourself with too.
Absolutely.
In regards to, because I had to cut a whole lot of people off.
Exactly.
I had a wild 20s. So
yeah. You and I both. I'm trying to tell you. And that's the thing about you understand. If I may touch on that, like you just said. See, the thing is never going back. We may feel as if you know, we move into another neighborhood, but if we still attracting those same kind of toxic or putting ourselves in those same kind of situations, it is an environment. Yep. It's your mindset. It's you. So I feel you on that. Absolutely.
It's the people. And it's very difficult to cut people off because it just is. And you just got to make a decision. Yeah, like, this is who I'm going to hang with. And that's it, right. You know. So.
And I know for you, man, you know, as far as your faith, it's like, you know, because we are so, and it's nothing bad about any religion, but we're so indoctrinated with certain religions, especially like with Christianity. You know, families have shunned, members of the family because of the different paths they have taken. So it's so difficult. It's to stand up and be different or to follow your own path is very difficult. So like you said, when you make that decision to never go back, it takes a lot of strength. So yeah,
it does, because I come from like almost just about 100% Christian family, so that was and that's what I speak about in my book, where it was a conscious decision. It was an executive decision to decide to become Muslim. So I knew it was a mess.
Absolutely.
And then Umar, my husband, was the first Muslim that I ever allowed to even speak to me on a deep level. I would cut it off quick, like, nope. In the name of Jesus, this is snap. I refuse, but my life had been shambles. Yes, honey. I was like, nope. I don't want to hear it, but Omar sounds so different. When you, like, he's real quiet, like straight face, real quiet. So when he speak, everybody be like this, you know? So when he was speaking, I was just like, what the heck is he talking about? And I had to think, like, I need to make a decision to change the mess that I was in, and
absolutely,
I needed that structure and the rules. It is extremely structured. It is Islam, but I need certain things. I need to be able to wake up and know I ain't surrounded by, psychos or drunks or whatever. I need, it got to be like this. Even the cleanliness, which goes into this coronavirus thing. Where you come in the house, you got to take off your shoes. You got to, So I needed that structure to progress.
And that's my whole thing, see, and that's why I agree with you. That's what initially attracted me to it, because the fact is, I'm prone to crash. I can't be allowed to drive. Like, I know my mentality. So I need something that mandates and requires more of me.
Right.
I need something that requires more of me other than saying, I believe in this, so I'm forgiven. Or I need more than that. I need things that's going to keep me structured, to constantly be in a remembrance of Allah. I need things like that, because I know that, discipline is hard for me, So that's why I say it's so attractive to me also. Like you said, the cleanliness of it, you know what I'm saying? The cleanliness of it, and just, as you say, man, it just brought so much organization into my life. So I feel you on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yes. So let's go on to the next one. If this cuts off, I'm going to send you another link, because I know it cuts off after 40 minutes or whatever. But anyway, we're going to go to 5-year goals. Where you see yourself in 5 years with never going back? LLC.
My whole thing with the never going back, and be real with you. My main objective is empowerment. That's my main objective. So in 5 years, my whole thing is to allow the things I've learned from entrepreneurship and pass that on to other brothers who may not. So my biggest thing isn't about helping people find jobs. I want to help people create them.
Right.
If this pandemic has not shown us anything, it has shown us that one income is too close to none. We need multiple streams of income.
Yeah,
so my thing is, if I'm doing the t-shirts, if I'm doing the NGB, moving and holding, whatever I'm doing is to empower other guys to be able to say, you know, I can do the same thing.
Yeah.
But until they do that, what I'm doing is that from everything I'm doing, I'm allowing guys to train under me, you know, and learn certain little small skills that I'm doing right now. And in addition to that, help them.
That's excellent. Hey, it froze up a little bit. Hold on.
I structured the organization of members of men, made it their goal. Excuse me?
It froze up a little bit, but go ahead, say that again. You said made it their goal.
Okay, in 5 years, you made their goals to not only not return to prison or return to whatever toxic way of living, but to also have them become, you know, members of their communities, man. Actually start to be able to give back. I really want to have that process in the works within this 5 years. 5 years, have legitimate members of an organization of black men or men in general committed to not only not returning to toxic ways of living, but, you know, progressing forward, man.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
I love y'all
NGB
goals.
is a real organization.
I love all y'all goals.
Yeah.
I talk to everybody. I be like, man, I love that. Okay.
I'm telling you. Man.
So let me see.
We got to change the narrative.
Yeah, you do. I think the biggest thing is changing the narrative of networking, because we are confused where we think networking is these people in business suits at cocktail parties. That's not networking. It's more so you being a decent human being. Because look at how many people. I swear it's got to be close to 30 people I'm going to be interviewing between now and the end of this year. 99% of them people is somebody who I had to come back and ask, hey, can you do this for me? And they like, yeah. You know? And think of how many people walk around nasty.
Yeah.
You know, and then you got the nerve to come back and ask somebody, can they come on your team? Be like,
Exactly. And that shows you. And that's my two things, man. And not to get off topic, man, but the two things as far as when it comes to black entrepreneurs, man, that you got to realize these two things. A, it's enough money for everybody. I'm so tired of people feeling as if we're in competition. We can all make t-shirts. We can all make cupcakes. We can all write books. We can all do this and still feed our families. Secondly, get out the mindset that we have to like each other. See, the thing is not about liking each other. We're doing what's best for us.
yes.
That's what it comes down to. It's not about you. I can't stand her. I can't stand him.
Yes.
If you don't realize, when these big corporate companies merge, they don't merge because they like each other. They merge. They're doing what's in the best interest of their families and their corporations. Get out that mindset of liking individuals.
Yes.
It's what's best for us.
I think that's I could speak as a woman. That's something I was taking, especially when I got my first location on Eastern Avenue. And I ended up leaving. But my feelings was hurt. And I was like, the lady don't like me. She had her issues. She the first chapter of the book. The first chapter of the book is called The Geriatric Psycho. This heifer was crazy. Anyway, she was a whole...
I gotta read that book. Okay.
Oh my gosh, yes. Valentine's Day, yes. It's being released. But anyway, long story short, I was so caught up on she don't like me. And when it's like, who cares? It's not about does she like you. It's the like, I don't like all my clients. Now I'm not gonna say no names. It's only like one of them. I ain't even gonna say the lady name, but she probably don't even know I don't like her. I can't stand her. You know, she a nasty, evil witch.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. But I'm just saying, it's a mutual contract. You come and sitting down, getting your hair done, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And that's the thing about I think, yeah, you're right. We do make the mistake of thinking we gotta like each other. That has nothing to do with it.
Absolutely. It does. It's business.
Right. And it's about being cordial. Just like a lot of people, you might have in-laws that you don't like, but you cordial when you go to the event. You know, like, hey, how you doing? You know, I don't have to like you. You know. All right. So
I don't. Right. I see you fight here. I don't see. Yeah.
Right. So let me see. Let me see. Okay. So, oh yeah, how long has it been open? How long have you been doing the never going back?
Uh, I came home October 2019, so I think I filed the paperwork and everything was filed in February of 2020.
Nice.
So I'm coming up on a year a year anniversary of never going to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's excellent. So
I never even realized it. That's pretty cool.
You moving quick.
Huh?
You moving quick.
Yeah. Yeah. See, the thing is, man, that's another thing about it, man. I don't know what happened with us as a people, but we began to procrastinate. We began to take time for granted, and we always began to put things off for tomorrow, things we could do today. So this whole time when I was incarcerated, I just really made my mind up that, man, every day will be used, to serve, but also, man, to progress. So now I don't play about it. I move out. Absolutely.
Right. And that's business anyway. It's like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like move.
Exactly.
It's like me, I gotta keep a calendar where I'm like, on this day I'm gonna do this, on this day I'm gonna do this, because otherwise I'll just fall back into being like, oh, I'm supposed to do it.
Yeah.
So, okay, how has the pandemic affected your business, if at all?
For me, the pandemic has I feel like it's affected my business personally because, the Never Going Back brand is personal to me. So I really like to be able to interact with my customers. I love to be able to have conversations with them and such, But because of the pandemic, I'm not able to do so anymore like I used to. I had a shop out here in Waldorf in which I would sell my shirts and hoodies and everything out of, and I'm no longer able to do that because of the pandemic. But on the flip side, it's given me, access to even more people through social media, which has also been dope. You know what I'm saying? Because, so through social media, I'm definitely, like, instead of me just selling out here in Waldorf and Clinton and DC, now I have shirts I'm mailing out to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and Georgia, and New York. I got shirts over there in Cali now. So I'm like, damn, that's all through the use of social media.
Nice.
So with people now, I guess with us all being more in the house more, we're all spending more time on social media. It's that we feel like it's one quote that I live by, and it says, and I love it. It says, man, the problem with life isn't that there are problems. It's that we feel like there shouldn't be. Just because you're starting a business, please don't expect to move 1 million products the first week. Please do not expect for things not to go wrong. Please don't expect to get rich off this business in the first couple years. Don't expect that. My whole thing is with this business, I like make me don't want to spend my money. Make me feel so much. I buy things I don't even need just to do so. But don't make me feel as if, I make me don't want to spend my money with you. Right. If I'm calling to ask you a question about the product, a simple question, anything about the question, and you give me attitude. You got to understand, businesses are built on repeat customers. Right. That's what businesses are built on. So if I just buy this product one time and never return, your business is not going to last. Right. You need people who are going to continuously tell others about, so that's my biggest thing, man. Expect adversity, but, adapt and overcome. Expect adversity, but make your mind set up that you're going to overcome it. And that's it, man. That's the biggest thing for me, man, because there's definitely been hurdles, man. With, trial and error, anything you're doing that's new, you're going to lose. It's materials cost. You're going to lose materials. You're going to learn it. Damn, I could have saved money by doing that. You're going to expect to learn things along the way, and it's going to be costly. So be prepared for those adversity.
And I like that part, that last part you said. I want to emphasize on that. One of the parts you were saying about something about you was talking about with black people. Where people stop patronizing your business after you act nasty. This is the thing you got to remember about us. We, in general, especially men, will not tell you why we're not coming back. They just will stop coming. They just will stop coming. And then you'll be like, oh my God, what happened? And I'll say this, that has to do with your personality too. See, me, I'm approachable, right? So my clients complain about everything, and I don't take offense to it. I mean, everything. I mean everything. So when they come in and say, Dom, my scalp was itching, they make me go, okay, I gotta change shampoos. You see what I'm saying? Or
Absolutely.
another one that was saying, well, I give you Christmas gifts. And she was like, well, I mean, you should give us things. And so I was mad at first because I'm like, this heifer, no, I don't celebrate Christmas. But you know what? Most of my classes is Christian. So I did it like in November where I did straight customer service, went right to the Dollar Tree. You know how many people said, I have not ever had a hairdresser to do customer appreciation for me. And I was like, wow.
That changes the game. Absolutely.
It do, because most of them here, they go, girl, you know you ain't got to worry about me going nobody else. You already know I ain't going nowhere. As soon as I pull the gift out, because my customer service was so, I'm accommodating. That's me, to an extent. You're not going to cross over and drive me crazy, because you will get fired. That's just off the break. But it ain't like I'm just firing everybody, but but it's just, I think that people make the mistake of thinking that people going to tell you when you've effed up. You ain't going to know you effed up till your business has crashed. Believe me.
And as you said, and you're right about that, because that's how I am. I'm not, I try myself to be non-confrontational. So if it's something about this meal I didn't like, I'm just not going back. Like you just said, with me, the reason I feel like I have had such success that I've had is because I identify with my brand as authentic. I done had people reach out to me about love was incarcerated. I done wrote letters. I have encouraged like certain women that find it difficult to, be with their man while they're incarcerated, and have called me times in which I get up for work every morning at 5:15. Get up, father. Okay, cool. My whole thing about that is that they know I'm here. I'm reachable. I'm here. What's up? You know what I'm saying? I stand by. Whatever you buy from me, if the shirt fade, if the letters peel off, hit me. Don't just, oh man, no. Because I correct whatever it may be. If you are unsatisfied, your money's back. Like, I do whatever it is.
Wait.
Wait a
minute. Say that last part again.
I said, you have to be sent off. Are you happy to spend your money on? You got to be. So I feel you on that, man. It's all about that personal care to an individual. And we got to get back to that, man. We got to get back to that.
Right. So, okay. These parole fees. Let me tell you something. I had to ask my husband. I said, this is what they do? Is that what he said? He hadn't heard of this. But he said, you never know what the heck they done. How long has this been happening? Let me give y'all, wait, before you even say anything, let me give everybody a summary of what the heck I saw. Because he posted something about the parole fees, and I said, what in the world? What? And so I'm going on his post. I said, I don't even know what I said, but I couldn't believe it. And then I said, you got to explain this, because people don't know. Because in general, some people are like, I ain't associated with somebody that went to prison and this and that. And sometimes you need to know certain things, about what the heck is going on in this government. So explain this. My God.
Okay. See, and it's funny because it's so much that the free world don't know about prison.
We'll be right back after this 60-second commercial. What type of guests do we have on our podcast?
Very interesting how, I guess, the slave masters back then, even with free slaves, if they saw black people that were free, they would, chain them up or whatever and take them down south.
50% of all small businesses are operated from home.
In 5 years, I'll be 26.
Right.
So I can definitely see myself embarking on like a world tour and just meeting people who love my music all over the world. That's definitely a goal of mine.
82% of businesses fail do so because of cash flow problems.
A lot of people who have been in the military from the time they graduated high school up until age 35, 40 never had a civilian career. That's where I come in and help them.
Please visit digitmakeyousmile.com in order to fill out the online form so we can have you as a guest on our podcast.
Redeemed you.
This commercial was brought to you by the Research Department.
With certain stipulations.
Our podcast is called Research Shows.
Revision, microanalysis every month, whatever like that. But in addition to that, you have to pay parole fees. You have to pay fees every month on parole And some people have probation fees. And the thing is that, which is crazy to me, is that you deemed me safe enough to return to society, and you granted me parole, but now you're gonna make me pay for it.
Wow.
And in the event, the crazy part about it is, I said, my post was parole fees for like extortion, because my failure to pay my parole fees is you can violate me for that and return me back to prison.
How long has this been happening? Like, is this something new? Like 2019? No. Does it depend on the state? Like, for example, if you was just released in Maryland, or if you was released in Ohio, does it matter the state? Is this a Maryland thing?
See, the thing about it, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've never investigated any further than the state I reside in, but I know that when I put that post up, it resonated with so many Maryland, returning citizens, because they have been through it. Some have been able to, like, if you're not working, you can write to have these fees waived. But if you don't take that step to write and say that I'm not working and that I'm quote unquote indigent, you will be filed. You will be expected to pay, and those fees, they add up. That's the thing about it. And the crazy thing about getting a job is that now, once I get the job, my PO has to verify with my job. It's so much stuff that has to take place. They don't schedule my supervised visitation during like reasonable hours. I need you to come see me Wednesday at noon. I got a job, bruh. It's not almost as if, I'm not even going to be diplomatic about it. It is designed for you to fail.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
After serving 11 years, 3 months, day for day, most of them years spent in North Branch, the worst prison in Maryland, to come home, to go through all this and be granted parole just to turn around and say, dang, I got to pay this much to stay free.
Right.
That's crazy. And the thing about it, again, with society, so many people don't understand what's actually going on. Once you are in their grips, they get all they can get out of you. Those who come home on house arrest, I got house arrest. You have to pay monthly for house arrest. Yes. So you're expected to go out and get you a job while on house arrest and have to pay to remain on house arrest.
I'm blown away, because even watching 13th and totally understanding the private prison system and how they basically give money to states, where we're talking about excess of like $12 million per month. Right. That alone was just like, oh my God, and then it's just, I've learned a whole nother side of it. Especially the mess I went through when I first had my first child, and it was a lot of false allegations where I was facing jail time. And that's when I totally stopped not listening to other people's side of the story. Like, I used to be the one to be like, oh yeah, they did that, because they wouldn't be on the news if that didn't happen, and this and that. Because of how I grew up, I was naive, and grew up in Marlboro, and just so, when my husband say uppity, I was uppity. And so after that happened to me, I was just like, oh my God. So I'm quick when somebody says such did, I'd be like this, allegedly,
Right, because exactly.
And then that goes hand in hand with Islam, because you can't speculate. I didn't see that, so I don't know that it happened. You know what I'm saying? So, my goodness, you have opened my eyes to this. This is called, you said, parole fees.
Parole, and that, sister, it's called parole fees, and they exist. They really exist, in which you are expected. I know I had to send my money. I forgot the address, but it's in Baltimore. And you got to pay. And then your PO will let you know if you are up to date or you late on your fees, how much you owe. That's a real bill.
So that's...
But like you just said...
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, but to touch on what you just said, and that's what's crazy, is because most people do that. You think it's, most times it's by design. They could pick a prom picture. They could pick a graduation photo. They could pick a family photo. They deliberately pick the worst picture they can think of to post on the news. So people, you already guilty, as far as in the eyes of the public. So it's like you automatically assume. I have met so many men that were actually innocent. I don't mean wrong place to wrong. I don't mean like, being a part of it but not doing a crime. No, I mean wrong place at the wrong time, completely innocent. And I never thought that was true until I met them myself. It's such a stigma placed on anybody that has been charged. Forget convicted. The moment you're charged, you're already seen as guilty.
Even before charged, just accused.
Yeah, just accused enough. I remember I had one charge. I was dealing with first degree assault, and somebody said I pointed a gun at him. And at that time we had the law library in the county jail, and I wrote the county jail librarian and said, man, they don't have the gun. And they said, man, well, this is the state of Maryland. We don't even need evidence to charge you. So, sheesh.
What?
That's what we play now? You don't need, but those the rules we playing by? You don't need evidence to charge me. Like, I thought it was bait, but it's not.
What?
It's not. Right now, I cannot like you and go and file a police report on you and have a warrant issued for your arrest. That's how easy it is.
Let me tell you something. Because I already know it happened. Because, like I just said, that changed. It was a law already wrote for that to happen to me. Because when that happened to me, the Dakota is, he'll be 15. This is when I was pregnant. And don't get me wrong, I was out there and acting crazy. Don't get me wrong. But I did not do what I was accused of. We ain't even going to say who accused. Because I don't want to embarrass the person. But they went solely off of what this person said. And think about it. I'm coming to court looking crazy, homeless. My freaking chin hairs wasn't waxed. I ain't had my lip gloss. I was looking trifling. And then this is the crazy part. They set the courts up to be stressful. When you walk in there, you're automatically, the anxiety is at 10. You got to be a strong effort to walk up in there and be relaxed. Because at this time, that's how I am now. But then I was like this. So I look crazy. So when I walked in there, the daggone judge is talking, the child's lawyer talking, my public defender talking in a language I did not understand. And I was just like,
exactly.
I'm just like, you know, and it was meant for me to experience that, because by the time I had to go through it again, I was ready. So
you was ready. Exactly.
I was ready because I had to go back and get custody of my child. He was in foster care. So then his grandparents ended up raising him the father's side. And so then when I had to go to court, it was during Ramadan, and I had to sit still while people was on the stand straight lying on me. Because see, the person who was lying back 15 years prior or 10 years prior at that time had to come back and reiterate the lie, because you got to keep the lie alive. So
you got to keep the lie. Yep.
And I'm fasting, right? So this is Ramadan, and my lawyer's like, don't make any faces and shut up. Don't say anything. So I'm vibrating, and I'm just like this. And my husband afterwards, he said, man, you got to be a crazy somebody to sit still through all that. He said, it's something wrong with you. But I sat still and didn't move. And
that would have drove. I would have had to leap up or something. I feel you.
And when we get off, when I stop recording, I'm gonna tell you who, because then you're gonna be like, oh my God. I'm gonna tell you which person it was. You're gonna be like, oh my God.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Okay, I'm in. I'm tuned.
It make you stronger. That stuff builds you. Just like what you're going through now. It's a whole lot of brothers that refuse to even look for work. Like my husband, he'll tell people about he's an iron worker, and he'll be like, yeah, you could come out. They don't want to get up 5 a.m. You know? So just the fact that you're driven enough to still keep going throughout all these, it make you stronger.
And like you said, and don't get me wrong, I work with FedEx. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I have these two, this right here, my moving and hauling business, things I do outside of my full-time job, and that's what gets me about it. And brothers get mad when I speak on it. Do not get me wrong.
Right.
Coming into the game, we already come into the game, you know, by being black and having criminal records. But this sense of entitlement, man, we took on this idea that somebody owes us something, you know. And I tell my brothers who came home from prison, like, we didn't develop cancer. It wasn't something that happened organically. We chose a certain lifestyle, and we reaped the fruits of that lifestyle, bruh. So to sit here and feel like anyone owes you anything because you decided to pick up that drug, pick up that gun, or whatever you did, bruh, that's what happens.
And the food. I'm glad you said that, because we were just talking about that in regards to it was somebody who was speaking to somebody who was sick and having seizures. And I know my husband's mother, she, from my understanding, was real holistic and all that kind of stuff. So just changing your diet alone, you know what I'm saying, will get rid of a lot of diseases that,
of course,
you know, but people are not willing to change their diet. If I tell you right now, you got to chop up garlic once a week and just swallow it, they immediately, If I tell you, you got to take black seed by a tablespoon once a day, they say no. But you'll take a pill that the doctor give you every day for the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And like you said, and that's the beautiful part about it, man, because the sister I deal with right now, man, she's so amazing. And she practices, like the garlic, the chopped onions, the elderberry, the turmeric powder, the ginger root. Like, this is something that's become a staple of our diet. We've had to turn, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, you would much rather something be put in the pill form. Like, everything that exists right now, there is a natural cure for. But as you said, we're unwilling to discipline ourselves to do what it takes to cure ourselves. That's what's crazy. Like right now, again, going back to the situation about the lack of employment. That's the thing about it, man. We got to be willing to do for self, and we're not. We got away from that. We got, used to standing in the lines and want things to be handed to us, and that's not real life, bro.
Right.
It's not.
Right. That is so true, man. So wait a minute, before we end, you have anything? Oh, wait. All right, you gotta tell us your website, anything you want us to know about, where to locate you, your IG, your Facebook, whatever. Spell it out. Clear.
Listen, right now, I'm working off the social media because, like I said, I'm behind the time. I just figured out how to work Netflix, so don't judge me. Listen, right now on Facebook and IG, it's Bayete, BAYETE _ SADIQ, Bayete Sadiq. On IG, I had to never going back. I think it's more like a business page. But listen, man, I'm telling you now, man, if you got loved ones who just came home and they having problems adjusting to society and transitioning, I'm him. Holler at me.
Excellent.
Like any number that was sent to me, anybody that you wanted me to call and talk to your brother, your cousin, your boyfriend, because he's finding a hard time transitioning or finding his way. Like when I first came home, it was an ordeal even getting my license, because you have to have your social security card to get your birth certificate, but you need your birth certificate and your social security card. It was a whole ordeal to get those things. And like, that's what I'm here for. So please let your loved ones know, man, like, it ain't even about you supporting my brand. Forget the brand. Forget you buying a t-shirt. If that's what they're going through and the problems whatever it takes for them to make their transition smoother, reach out to me. Bayete Sadiq. Social on IG and Facebook. Absolutely.
Excellent. And you know what, I want to end on this to say, the passion that is important in any business that you have, and you can see the passion behind it. Because if your passion is just chasing the money, that's fleeting. It's something deep. You could just tell this is something deep in regards to you, because you want to help people. That's and then the brand, it makes me shoot. I'm gonna buy a daggone never going back shirt when we get off this freaking line. And then look, you gonna buy my book on Amazon next Sunday.
Listen, I promise you, wallahi, the book is already. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, because the thing about it is, me and the sister, man, like, we are avid readers, so that's dope. And like, I want to know the experiences, because it's been a long time since high school. I want to know what you've been through, what you've been up to. Before you let me go, I have to say this. It's a brother named, Donnell Hughes, Uncle Nell. Did 21 years. He's home now. I love the brother, man. I want to, if I make 1 minute to shout out, man, Nathaniel Willer at Blue Waters. It's a seafood spot, man. Black owned. Please holler at him, man. You got Tamara Jones. She Tam made it. These are people that I need you to interview, man. These are people that's doing big things. I mean it, and I love what you're doing right now, sis. So I support it, man. And just that's what it is, man. It's don't wait to be great, man. Whatever you're doing right now, man, be the best at it. That's it.
All right. Thank you so much. It was wonderful interviewing you. I'm going to follow up with every person you said, because it's recorded, and I'm going to rate everyone and follow up. Because I can't wait. I love it. So thank you so much, Bayete. It was wonderful talking to you.
Absolutely. Good seeing you again. Okay, sis.
To listen to the full episode, please visit us online at diditmakeyousmile.com for all of the links, including Apple Podcasts as well as Spotify. If you would like to be a guest on our podcast, also please visit the exact same website, diditmakeyousmile.com, fill out the online questionnaire, and someone will get back to you. Thank you for listening, and have a wonderful day.